Namaste, friends. Welcome to your yoga practice. I'm so excited to be bringing a foundational sequence to you today. We're going to be talking about the foundations of Vinyasa and Ashtanga yoga. So this is a very beginner-friendly sequence. We'll kind of work through some of the most foundational poses in Vinyasa yoga. But at the same time, if you are a well-seasoned yogi, I do think this practice would be very beneficial for you as well. This is a very energizing sequence that will help you create space throughout the entire body. It would be a really great way to sort of start the day, maybe wake up the body, or maybe you just need a bit of an energetic lift in the middle of the day. So let's get started. So come to Tadasana, or standing mountain pose, at the very top of your mat. As you come to stand, we'll start to close the eyes and really start to hone in on the foundation of this pose. So as you come to stand, just close the eyes, stand up nice and tall. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Let it out through the mouth. Good, and then start to feel the soles of your feet. Start to feel that connection on the yoga mat. Feel the soles of the feet root down into the floor, and then feel that energy reach up through the calves and through the thighs. Then begin to feel the foundation of the lower abdomen. Right, this is another foundational point or focal point in our yoga practice, is this low belly area. So start to feel some strength in the abdomen. Maybe the belly button draws back just a bit as the tailbone reaches down towards the floor. Feeling nice and strong and supported there. Then feel that energy move up from the low belly, up through the rib cage and into the heart. This is another focal point, a place of foundation in our yoga practice, this heart center. So feel the heart lifted up through the chest, shoulders relaxed down the back, length through the back of the neck, chin draws slightly in towards the chest. Hands relaxed down by the sides. Feeling all three of these focal points nice and strong, soles of the feet, low belly, and heart center. And we'll come back to these foundational points throughout our poses so that we always know that we're in tune with our foundation. Let's bring the hands to heart center, Anjali Mudra, eyes still closed. Let's take a deep breath. Beautiful. As you inhale, let's open up the eyes. Take one more breath here, standing. And start nice and slow together. As you inhale, reach the hands up nice and high towards the sky. Stretch out through your fingertips. As you exhale, bend the knees and start to fold forward. Bring your hands towards the floor. They don't have to touch. Just enough so you feel a good stretch across the backs of the legs and the back of the body. Release into the back of the neck. As you inhale, bring your hands onto your shins. Flatten your back. Look down at your toes. And then exhale, release back down. Hands to the floor. Bend your knees. As you inhale, bend the knees. Draw the arms out beside you in a big sweeping circle, eventually reaching all the way up nice and high towards the sky. Exhale, hands to heart. Let's do that one more time. Big inhale, hands reach up. Exhale, bend the knees, fold forward. Good, halfway lift. Inhale. And exhale, fold. Bend the knees, take the arms out in that big sweeping circle. Inhale, reach for the sky. Exhale, hands to heart. Beautiful, building on here. Inhale, hands reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Let's halfway lift. Deep inhale breath. Hands can be on the shins or the floor. Wherever you can touch is fine. As you exhale, bring both hands down to the mat. Let's step the left foot back behind you. Right foot stays where it is. Let's take a breath in low lunge. As you inhale, lift the back knee up towards the sky. Shine the heart forward. Exhale, let's step the right foot back to meet the left in a plank pose. Take a breath in your plank. Lift your low belly up towards the sky. Tailbone reaches behind you, heart reaches forward. Big inhale. Exhale, come all the way down onto the belly. Elbows hug in by your sides. Good, untuck the toes. We'll take baby cobra pose. Press into the palms, peel the heart forward, shoulders on the back, breathe in. Exhale, release it back down. Tuck the toes, press into the palms, lift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Let's take 3 big breaths here. Downward facing dog is one of the most foundational poses in our practice. So in your first downward dog here, maybe just notice how your body is feeling. Let's take one more breath. Beautiful. Let's look forward towards your hands, and as you exhale, just step the left foot forward. Find that low lunge on the second side. So back knee stays lifted. You could even tent the front fingertips if that helps you lift up through your chest a bit more. Breathe in. Exhale, step the right foot forward to meet your left. Forward fold, take an exhale breath. Let's inhale, halfway lift, hands on the shins. Exhale, fold. Good, bend the knees, sweep the arms out to the sides, big inhale, breath. Exhale, hands to heart. One more just like that, shall we? Big inhale, reach up. Forward fold, exhale. Beginning to find the rhythmic connection to your breath here. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step the left foot back, low lunge. Inhale, breath, plant the palms, step back, plank pose. And as you exhale, lower all the way down to the belly. Cobra pose, big inhale. Heart lifts forward, look forward. Exhale, take it back, downward facing dog. Tuck the toes, use your low belly to draw your hips up and back. 3 big deep breaths. Relax the jaw. Relax the back of your neck. Inhale, look forward towards your hands. Exhale, step left foot forward, low lunge. Take an inhale breath again, maybe peeling the heart forward, breathe in. Exhale, step forward, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. And exhale. Bend the knees, come all the way up to stand. Hands to heart. Good, taking traditional Surya Namaskar A now. Big inhale, hands reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. As you exhale, plant both hands down, step both feet back to plank pose. Inhale, engage the low belly. Exhale, lower halfway down. And then inhale, find upward facing dog. Roll onto the tops of the feet. Keep the knees lifted and the heart reaches forward. If this doesn't feel good for you, you can always come back to that cobra pose that we did first thing. Exhale, low belly draws back, hips reach up and back, downward facing dog. 3 full breaths. So you have those 2 vinyasa options that I've shown you. The first one laying all the way down onto the belly, coming up for baby cobra pose. Or the second option, lowering halfway down and lifting up for upward facing dog. Take what feels best to you. As you inhale, look forward towards your hands. Exhale, bring your feet to your hands, forward fold, top of the mat. Halfway lift, inhale, and fold. Bend the knees, arms draw out to the sides, big inhale, breath. Hands to heart. Again, one more, big inhale, reach up. Exhale, both hands find the floor, forward fold. Halfway lift. Exhale, plank pose. Your choice for Vinyasa as you exhale, lower down as your body sees fit today, and inhale, open the heart forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 full breaths. And always honoring the foundation of your practice, which is your breath through everything. If you need a moment to slow down and take this sequence with your breath, well then that's yoga, and that's perfect. We'll inhale, look forward, and exhale, bring your feet to your hands. Halfway lift, inhale, and fold. Bend the knees, stand up, inhale. Hands to heart, exhale. Surya B now, here we go. Let's inhale, take the hands up. And exhale, sit down into a chair for Utkatasana. Bend the knees, draw the low belly in and drop the tailbone down. Big inhale, breath. And as you exhale, straighten the legs and forward fold. Take your inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, come back to plank pose. Maybe try hopping back if you like. Exhale, lower half or all the way down. Inhale, open heart forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's inhale, lift the left leg up high in the sky behind you. Reach out through your toes. And as you exhale, step the left foot forward, set up for warrior 1. Back heel drops, hips square forward. And on your inhale, press down through your feet and reach up through the chest and through the hands. Let's take a breath here. Good, one final inhale, stretch out through the tips of your fingers, and on your exhale, bring your hands back down to the floor. Step the left foot back, inhale, plank pose, and exhale, Vinyasa. Open heart, open chest. Exhale, downward dog. Right leg lifts up, inhale, breath. Exhale, step forward, warrior 1, second side. As you inhale, rise nice and strong and keep the foundation of this pose strong. So check in with the soles of your feet. Are they rooted down into the mat? Check in with your low belly. Is it strong and supporting you? And check in with your heart. Is it open and soft? Good, big inhale. Exhale, hands find the floor. Step back to plank pose, and exhale, Vinyasa. Inhale, upward dog or cobra pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take 3 big breaths here in downward facing dog, or maybe a child's pose would feel good to you, lowering down onto the knees and coming down onto the belly. Right, you know how much energy your body needs today. And you know when you need to rest, and honor that in yourself. Let's inhale, look forward towards the hands. Exhale, feet to hands. Maybe you'd like to try hopping. Boop. And forward fold. Good. As you inhale, bend the knees, sit low, chair pose, Utkatasana. Hands reach up towards the sky, low belly is strong. As you inhale, stand all the way up, reach high for the sky, hands to heart. Close the eyes, take 1 full breath. One more, you can do it. I believe in you. Hands reach up, inhale. Sit low, Utkatasana, chair pose. Inhale, breath nice and strong. And as you exhale, fold. Halfway lift, inhale. And exhale, plant the hands, come back, plank pose. Lowering through your vinyasa. You're also totally free to skip the vinyasas if maybe you're feeling a bit fatigued in the shoulders or the wrists. That's absolutely fine. Big inhale, left leg reaches high up in the sky. And as you exhale, step forward, warrior one. Root down through the soles of the feet, rise up through the heart. Inhale. Exhale, hands find the floor. Moving a bit quicker here, plank pose and vinyasa. Open heart, downward dog. Last side, inhale, right leg lifts, and warrior one. Rise up, big, beautiful breath. Exhale, take it back down. Plank pose, and lower down. Big open heart, and downward facing dog. 3 big deep breaths. Let's inhale, look forward, and exhale, bring your feet to your hands. Halfway lift, big breath in. Exhale, empty out the belly, fold forward. One more, Utkatasana, bend the knees, reach high, big inhale. And exhale, stand all the way up, hands to heart. Tadasana pose, close the eyes, and breathe. Beautiful. Let's release the hands, open the eyes. Let's take the hands to the hips. So take your feet about as wide as your hips here for Padangustasana. We'll inhale, press down on the hips with your hands as you lift up through the heart. Begin to hinge from your hips as you exhale and fold forward. Bend the knees as much as you need to. We're going to take our peace fingers and wrap them around our big toes. You can take an inhale breath to lift up halfway, maybe lengthen your rib cage away from the hips. And as you exhale, maybe bend the elbows, pulling against the toes to draw the chest closer to the thighs. And if you can't reach your toes on your own, bend the knees until you can. And then you're there. Relax fully into the nape of the neck and the crown of the head. Let's take 3 big full breaths here, slowing down just a bit. And begin to lift up halfway, lengthening the chest forward. Release your toes. Hands can come back to the hips. And as you exhale, stand slowly back up. Beautiful. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, we're going to draw the left foot back behind you. Left toes point to the left edge of your mat. Right toes point forward. We're going to set up for triangle pose or trikonasana. So as you inhale, draw the arms out nice and wide beside you. And check in here before we go into the pose with your foundations. Right? Where are the soles of your feet? Root them down into the mat. Can you draw your low belly back towards the spine? And can you find a lift in the heart and the chest as you relax the shoulders? Good. One more big inhale here. And as you exhale, hinge from the hips. Draw the right hand down towards the right ankle. Left hand reaches up towards the sky. Good. 3 full deep breaths here. Really allowing yourself to feel into the pose. You feel that nice long stretch across the top side body. You feel that nice length in the back of your legs. Good. Inhale, rise slowly. Keep the arms extended. Just reach your chest back up. And then exhale, bend the front knee. You're in Warrior Two, Virabhadrasana. Still find that engagement in the low belly here as you gaze forward over the front fingertips. Very soft focus. Very aware, very present, but still relaxed. Let's open the palms up towards the ceiling. Big inhale breath. And as you exhale, bring the left hand back down the back thigh. Right hand reaches up and back. Parivrita Virabhadrasana. Front knee is still bent. Extend all across the right side body. Inhale, hinge back up, Warrior Two. Exhale, let's come into side angle. Right elbow finds right knee, resting very lightly. Left hand extends forward, creating a diagonal line with the side body. See if you can roll your chest open to the left, keeping that right elbow light on the knee. One more breath. Good, let's inhale, hinge back up, Warrior Two, and exhale, straighten that front leg. Whew. Turn the right toes to meet the left, so you're facing the side of your mat now, and bring your hands onto your hips. We'll press down on the hips as you inhale, peel the heart open towards the sky. And we'll exhale again, hinge from the hips. So begin to draw the chest forward, spine stays straight. And then you can relax the hands down onto the floor if they can reach. If not, you're more than welcome to keep them on your hips. Just relax into the back of your neck, wherever you are, and rock the weight forward into your toes very gently. Good, keeping some engagement up across the thighs and the backs of the legs. And let's take 2 full breaths here. As you inhale, halfway lift, extend the chest forward, flatten the back body, hands to the hips, and exhale, stand all the way up. Point the right toes forward, big inhale, and exhale, step forward, Tadasana, top of the mat. Let's inhale, take the hands up. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, take it back, plank pose. Come through your vinyasa, or meet us in downward facing dog. Good, breathe. And look forward. Exhale, top of the mat. Halfway lift, inhale, and fold. Bend the knees, come all the way up to stand, touch the sky. Hands to heart. Beautiful. Second side. As you exhale, let's step the right foot back. Trikonasana, triangle pose. So toes, back toes to the right, left toes forward. Inhale, take the hands out long beside you. Extend through the wrists so your arms feel nice and strong and engaged here. Big inhale, lift up through the heart. And exhale, hips shift back. Left hand finds the front shin, Trikonasana, triangle pose. Seeing if you can find stability in this shape. Good, let's inhale, lift the chest back up, arms stay extended. Bend into the front knee, Warrior Two. Good, gaze is strong but soft over the front fingertips. Palms open to the sky, inhale. Exhale, let's take it back, peaceful warrior. Right hand down the back thigh, left hand reaches up and back. Feel that big juicy stretch in the left side body. Good. Let's inhale, come back up. Warrior two. On your exhale, left elbow to front knee, extended side angle, right arm draws forward for that diagonal line, creating energy from the tips of the fingers back through the back heel. Good, let's inhale, lift ourselves back up, warrior two, and exhale, straighten the front leg. Good, left toes point to the left for another prasarita. Hands to the hips, press down on the hips, reach up through the heart. And again, exhale, hinging from the hips, fold forward. Now you can take the same variation you did the first time if you like, or I may suggest let's take the peace fingers again and wrap the big toes. As you inhale, lengthen across the spine, reach the ribs away from the hips, and exhale, use the weight of the toes against the fingers to bend the elbows and draw the heart closer towards the ground. Good, release into the back of the neck and breathe. Good, release the toes, begin to halfway lift, inhale, tent the fingertips, lengthen the spine, hands to your hips, and exhale, stand all the way up. Point the left toes forward, inhale, and exhale, step forward, Tadasana. Good, big inhale, sweep the hands up towards the sky. Exhale, fold forward, very last vinyasa. As you halfway lift, inhale. And take it back, exhale, plank pose. Lowering half, maybe all the way down. Open heart. Downward dog. Good. And let's all release down onto the knees. Draw the big toes together and lengthen back, child's pose. Extend the fingers forward, rest the forehead on the mat. Close your eyes. And just settle into your breath. Maybe notice if it hasn't become a bit more intentional since when we first started. And press into the palms. Gently inhale, lift the chest back up onto the heels. And let's draw the legs out in front of us. And take a seat back. Good, so with the legs extended forward here, we'll start in Dandasana or staff pose. So simply keep the legs straight and toes up towards the sky. And then draw the palms back by your hips, pressing the hands into the mat as you lift up through the chest. Good. A very foundational pose, one that appears to be so easy, right? You likely feel a lot of strength happening in the abdominals, in the hip flexors, the spine, the back of the legs. Right, just notice all that. Let's close the eyes and take a few deep breaths here. As you inhale, begin to lift the hands up towards the sky. Keep your pose nice and strong. And exhale, begin to fold forward. So you can bend the knees here as you begin to draw the heart towards the knees, hands towards the toes. And you can grab wherever feels comfortable, the shins, the ankles, maybe even the backs of the feet if you're a bit more flexible. And then as you have space, you can lengthen into the backs of the legs, stretching out the hamstrings as you reach the heart forward, and exhale, eventually forward fold. Draw the chin in towards the chest. And send your breath into the back body, so the backs of the ribs, the heart, maybe even the back of the liver. You feel the low back, maybe the glutes even. And just take a few breaths to release any tightness, any compression that you feel across the back body. Inhale, look towards your toes and release the hands. Exhale, slowly bring the shoulders back over the hips. Bring the hands back behind you just as they were before for Dandasana, fingertips facing towards you. And then we're going to find Purvottanasana. So your first option, bend the knees and bring the soles of the feet onto the floor. As you inhale, press into the feet and the palms, lift the hips up off of the mat so you make a tabletop pose. And lift up through the chest, maybe even open the throat. If you have some space here, you can even straighten out the legs, drawing the ankles and the knees together, pointing the toes. But it's whatever feels best for you. We'll take 3 more big breaths here wherever you are. Breathe. Create space in the heart. Good, and then gently lower back down. Beautiful. Let's extend the right leg. Draw the left foot in towards the thigh for Janu Shirshasana. Turn the chest towards the extended leg and inhale. Lift up through the chest and the heart. And exhale, begin to fold forward. Walk the hands towards the ankles as you rest into the back body once again. Chin draws down towards chest. Maybe noticing the subtle difference between this forward fold and our first one. What different areas of the body can you access here? Beginning to slow down. Lift the chest, inhale, and exhale, walk the shoulders back over the hips. Gently switch sides, right leg draws in, left leg extends. And open the chest up towards the left side. Big inhale, breath, and exhale, begin to fold forward. Take your time, right, and just notice the responses in the body on your way down. And as we settle into the softer part of our practice, how can our attunement to those foundational parts of the body, how can those shift a bit? So what are the sensations through the soles of your feet? What are the sensations in your lower belly or in the heart? And inhale, look up towards your toes and slowly bring the chest back up. Now let's draw the soles of both feet together, knees open wide for Baddha Konasana, butterfly legs. Good, you can grab the big toes with the peace fingers again, or maybe just hold on to the soles of the feet. As you inhale, sit up nice and tall. Open up through the heart and the throat. And exhale, keep the spine straight as you hinge from the hips. Begin to notice, right, that bit of compression on the inner hips, that nice big stretch. And if it feels all right, you can begin to soften through the top part of the spine. So release the chin, relax the crown of the head. Let's just take a few moments here. And inhale, slowly lift the chest back up and release the toes. Let's bring the hands back behind you, lift the knees, and take soft windshield wiper motions side to side. Really soft and really slow, almost one breath per movement as you sway side to side. Let those last little bits of tension and tightness release. And as you're ready, come back up to sit. So we'll end in a seated pose. You can find Sukhasana or easy pose, just seated with one ankle in front of the other. If you would like to try for a half lotus, you can take whichever ankle is in front and then draw the heel up into the opposite hip crease, reaching the toes long towards that extended knee. Full lotus, if you'd like to try, grabbing for the opposite ankle, and you'll thread it on top of the first. Again, toes pointing towards that extended leg, but if any of that feels straining or stressful on you, then take it back a notch. We want to still be relaxed. We want to honor our foundation. Find your seat. Sit up nice and tall. And let's rest the palms open on the knees, palms open towards the ceiling or the sky. Close the eyes. Soften the shoulders. Soften the chin in towards the chest. As we connect here with the ultimate foundation of our yoga practice, which is our breath and our ability to be present. So as we take a few moments here, allow yourself to just notice everything about this moment. The sounds you hear, the sensations you feel, even the thoughts or emotions that come up. Gently bring the hands back to the heart. Let's take a moment of gratitude. Softly release the hands, open the eyes, release your seat, and bring yourself back into Shavasana. So let the legs extend out long on the mat, toes turn out to the sides as you lay all the way back. palms once again face open towards the sky as you let the whole body release into the earth. Nowhere else to be. Nothing else to do or change. Just resting. Gently take a deep breath in through the nose and sigh it out. Begin to bring some wiggles back into the toes and the fingers as you gently roll the wrists and the ankles. Draw the knees in towards the chest, one at a time, and give yourself a big hug. Let's roll softly over to one side. Taking your time to slowly make your way up to a seat. Let's let the eyes close. Hands will meet at the heart one final time as we honor the roots and the foundation of our practice. Knowing that the simple, the slow, and the intentional often has the most to teach us. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. I wish you peace and joy and love for the rest of your day today. Thank you so much for your practice.